Hey guys, NW Order for Life here with Seven Deadly Sins Episode 2 review. Um, this episode was really good because there was just so much emphasis on power between Meliodas and the Holy Knight. But before we go into that, basically he's got Elizabeth working as his waitress, trying to gather information in this new town or whatever, and they come across a village, and the village is, this is a perfect example of the Holy Knight's cruelty because the village was serving a Holy Knight like liquor or liquor, like some kind of ale. I think they make that the village is known for, and some kid. Well, the kid's name is Mead. Um, I forget the reason why. I think he was insulting. Yeah, that's why. The Holy Knight was insulting the villagers about like the quality of their ale. Like, oh, this tastes like piss or something like that. I think the sub said, and the kid was really upset over it, and he threw a bug in the Holy Knight's drink. And as punishment for what the kid did, the Holy Knight took his sword and plunged it straight into the ground, supposedly blocking the flow of water to the village. And so now, if they can't get the sword out, then they don't have any water to drink, and they won't have any ale to sell, and their whole town will be destroyed. And so the village is really upset with the kid over it, feeling like the kid's done enough, and the kid's trying to diffuse the situation by lying, talking about how he's got a friend who's in the seven deadly sins, and basically he's doing it because he's trying to make everybody feel better, but he's making them feel worse, and everybody's yelling at him. And so Meliodas kind of takes him and talks with him a bit, and he explains the story to him and Elizabeth. And Meliodas goes back to the village, and he sees everybody heaving and hoeing, trying to get the sword out. They can't do it. These two idiot guards from the kingdom are saying, like, if you don't do it by sundown, they can't get the sword up, that all taxes are going to be raised by like 200% or something like that. So ridiculous things are going on, and then Meliodas just pulls out the sword by himself and says, "Yeah, this is my, thanks for the food and the ale that you gave me," or whatever. And so he takes it out easily, one hand. Everybody else is trying their hardest with rope and pulling and everything, and they can't do it. He can't budge an inch. And he just takes it out one hand, no problem, and gives it back to the guards. And the guards bring it back to the Holy Knight, and they say, in this village, some kid just pulled out your sword, and like, what's going on? And the Holy Knight is basically like, this has to be like who I think it is. And he gets this, he's like, give me your spear and tell me what the distance is of the village and like how far it is, um, whatever the specific. I think he asked for distance and the angle. I think he asked for. So he gets that down, and then he charges the spear up with like blue energy, some kind of blue energy, and he just lunges the spear, and it disappears into the night. And then we see Meliodas and Elizabeth and Mead and the whole town are all happy in his bar, and they're all drinking and having a good time. And Meliodas immediately senses that something's wrong, and he goes outside and he sees, I think it's Elizabeth that was sitting outside, and she's like thinking about, the Holy Knights and how to find seven deadly sins, etc., etc. And Meliodas is like, over here, maybe over here. Oh, okay, it's over here. And he's just waiting for the spear to come. And the spear comes. Meliodas catches the spear. As he catches it, it's making him fly down towards where the village is. And he's trying to smash his feet into the ground to stall and slow it down and stall it down. Finally, like while like halfway in the middle of town, he turns his body around and slams his feet into the ground, and basically gets control of the spear, and then he sends it right back at the Holy Knight, and his hand is like bloody because of the skin, I guess, that was ripped off when he was trying to catch it. And then the Holy Knight is sitting in his like throne or some shit, like he's just in this throne chair, and then all of a sudden, like the spear just instantly comes and lands like right here next to his face, and he's got like, you know, a cut on his face and he's bleeding, and the chair is like pretty much destroyed. Everything before that in the castle was destroyed, and he's just like, so it's you, Meliodas. Like, I've been waiting for you for a long time, you know. So he knows who it is. I forget what this Holy Knight's name is. I forget, but it doesn't really matter. You'll hear his name anyway. But yeah, it was really impressive. Um, he was, you know, it was really cool because you saw the difference. Not the difference, but you saw how Meliodas could counter his move. I mean, Meliodas, you know, got cut on his hand, you know, but like he wasn't afraid, he wasn't overwhelmed. He took his time, he turned it around, and he flung it back. And you know, that's just what brute strength and magic, whatever the hell he uses. And the Holy Knight, you know, you can at the very least tell that they're on the same level. But obviously, he's going to be stronger than the Holy Knight because, you know, he's this legendary figure, and this Holy Knight is just some noob Holy Knight. You know, like when I mean noob Holy Knight, I mean like a Holy Knight that's not, you know, like one of the elites. Not yet, not at this point in the story. You know, they were just introducing to the Holy Knights. But yeah, I mean, it's really good. You know, it shows you the power scale in this series, and it shows you, you know, the cruelty of the Holy Knights with the whole village situation, and it shows you this, you know, again, the leader of these villains that betrayed the kingdom and betrayed the Holy Knights. It shows them in a positive light, willing to help out people. And, you know, now Meliodas is off to search for another member of the Seven Deadly Sins. And it looks like this girl who's laying on the road has the same tattoo as he does. This girl is like, you know, they just at the end of the episode, like after the credits, they show her like sleeping on the road, but she looks really big. She don't look like a normal sized girl. So yeah, so there's your preview for the next episode, and I really enjoyed this one. Really thought it was great the way, you know, everything was handled, and I give it a 9 out of 10 because great villain presence, great hero, you know, showmanship, and I don't really care too much for the Elizabeth character development, but that was there too if you wanted to get more of her character. I kind of feel like this is all about Meliodas and his eventual battle with the Holy Knights and the history there, what really happened. So lots of good stuff to be excited about, guys. Definitely check out episode 2. Let me know in the comments what you think about Meliodas and his strength and the Holy Knights and their strength and what actually happened in the past or whatnot. You know, speculations, because it's fun to hear speculations. And, you know, if you like anything about the characters and anything else you want to discuss. And just give me a thumbs up if you'd like to, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thanks, and have a great night.